And we're going to start off on a downer, or maybe I don't know, maybe it's good news for some people, but She-Hulk season 2, dead ?
I mean, by comparison to what we have been talking about, this isn't up. Right.
Yeah.
No
I mean, I believe it, especially because of the budget. I mean, I don't know how that show costed so much to begin with.
Because they redid the CGI like 5 times.
I mean, the fact that we learned that the budget cost literally, if this was a film, it would be in the top 4 most expensive MCU films ever made. You're like, holy crap! Like,
but isn't like the CGI just on She-Hulk herself?
I don't know. I mean,
it was not just her, but yeah.
There's a lot.
The vast majority of it.
Look at the Hulk son. They couldn't even like do his whole head.
They couldn't even texture
exactly
him.
Because She-Hulk took the budget.
Yeah, I could see why the people were coming out. We're probably not going to get a season 2 because of the amount of money it took to make that show, even though it had no technical quality control, because you could see that the whole thing was kind of rushed.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, it had quality control. We just the
level of they put it in parentheses right there. Quality control.
It's kind of hard to have to fully do quality control when you have a week to push an episode out.
Right. Yeah.
Crack that whip. Get it done.
Pretty much. And I don't think I don't buy it. I think we'll get a second season.
I mean, if they can look, the CG's already done. It's in the bag, right? It's got to get redefined. So the R&D on this show is done. Just like Hulk, they didn't have to spend money CGing him because they just used the model they already had. So I'm going to wager a guess if we get a follow-up, you're probably getting a mini season. You're probably going to get 5 or 6 episodes, and it's going to be a lot more streamlined without going all over the place so much and spending so much. Because like you could pull off a good smaller season for $100 million, but the problem was, remember, it was supposed to be like 12 to 14 episodes, and then it got reduced a little bit. Yeah, like it obviously there was a lot of problems with Marvel Studios at the time and shifting leadership and all this above, with the Disney higher up. So I think we might get a season 2, but if we do, it's not going to be the same thing. Like they're going to overhaul pretty much everything. That's my sort of view on it.
My thing with the episode count, though, is if you're saying that, it'd be 5 or 6, well, that's just putting the exact same amount of episodes we got together.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Honestly, yeah.
Which it just depends on which way you go. If you're going to make it short, you make it
20-minute episodes, not 40 minutes.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely cutting it down.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Just don't do what Echo did. Like, I enjoyed Echo. Just don't structure it like Echo, because Echo dropped the ball on that side. But...
Yeah. Echo, you can distinctly tell where in Echo they cut out parts that were supposed to be an extra episode, and you're like,
oh, you mean like explaining her powers?
A little bit, like... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What does she do? Explain to me.
Everything.
What does Echo do?
Everything.
Bro, what does she do?
Everything. To an extent, everything.
Like, how can the show? Like, I remember enjoying the show, and I remember when the show finished, I was like, "Wait a minute, what's her powers?"
Yeah.
Like, how did she get into Kingpin's head?
She took away his bending. That's what she did.
There you go. There you go. Well, it's like, I don't know. Like, sure, Tatiana Maslany said it's like, oh yeah, the budget overblown and everything. And I'm kind of looking at them like, yeah, but also. That's kind of like what happens the first go around. Again, R&D and all these things. Like, when you do a pilot for a TV show, it's typically 3 times the budget of a normal episode that you're going to have for the medium across the season. It happens. She-Hulk had problems. They retrofitted it. They had to adjust. I mean, that was a story for most of Phase 4 and 5, it seems, due to shifting schedules and everything. So, we'll see what happens. I think it's a little too presumptuous to celebrate She-Hulk is dead, but it's also, I would understand if it was. It's like, it just makes sense. Like, why wouldn't you cancel it if you have other ideas or it doesn't fit into the plan anymore? Because we're hearing that World War Hulk is still happening in a couple years, so can they get She-Hulk out before that?
Okay, I'm lame, babe. Good damn.
Yeah.
We're going on 16 years now.
It's gonna be on his tombstone in like 30 years. I was right. It happened.
Marvel, Star Wars father, damn it. That's a throwback for you kids. You can find him fishing in Yemen. So
back when the economy was stable in 2012. Fantastic.
Salute. The good times, the good times. Well, that's it for She-Hulk now. If there is a development, I'm assuming it'll be this year at D23 if they confirm anything in regards to She-Hulk. So I guess stay tuned and we shall see. But